In this video guide, we're going to see how we can export from Blender and import in Twinmotion landscape with the satellite image and GIS, so geographic information system with buildings and other stuff from, again, Blender and using the add-ons Blender GIS into Twinmotion. So first, let's start to work here in Blender. So what I'm going to do is create a new general scene so that you can see all the steps. And I'm going to get rid of everything I don't really need, so camera and everything there. Now you need to have the Blender GIS installed, and we also dedicated another video guide to this topic. So you need to have Blender GIS installed in your computer. So you need to download it, install it, and again, there is a video explaining all of that in the channel. There are also other videos explaining how to use Blender in general if you are a beginner and you don't feel comfortable. So I'm gonna go here to the GIS add-on. I'm gonna go to Web Geodata, and I'm gonna get the base map first. So I need to choose a part of the world that I want to bring in my scene. So I'm gonna select something that it's it has some height, like some mountains or a volcano or something. So this is like an area in Italy. It's the area of Naples. Now the area shouldn't be too big, so it needs to be something like a little bit small, not too small, but that's a lot of buildings in there. So if it doesn't work, just try with a smaller area. So I'm gonna try with this. Now press E to extract this portion here. And then let's go to GIS again and go to the get elevation. Now you have many surfaces here. I'm using this one here, but feel free to try also other solution. So now it's not an image, it's not a flat image, but it's actually, you see here, a terrain that I can use. And now to get the buildings and the other information, again, I'm gonna go to the GIS and get OSM. And here I'm gonna select, for example, the building, and then our highway or roads, streets, land use, natural railway, whatever. So I'm gonna take only these two. And remember, one important thing is to check this on elevation from object and select the satellite mesh, that is this one here. And then when you're ready, say OK. Also here you can try with different parameters, but usually it will work. Now, if it crashes or it doesn't work, it's because there are too many buildings in there and the area is too big. So try to make it smaller. So it's gonna take some seconds or perhaps also some minutes if the geographic information is too much. So wait and just wait for a couple of minutes and see if everything works. Otherwise, again, try with a smaller area. Okay, so you can see it's working, and there are a lot of buildings here. So it's a pretty heavy scene. Perhaps if you need to do like some urbanistic or landscape design, or creating a project, you are creating a skyscraper here. So you have this nice view, which looks like an architectural model. It's going to be fine for generic projects, exams, and things like that. So when you're ready, one thing I do to be sure is to convert everything. So I'm gonna select everything, right click and convert everything to mesh. There you go. Now we can actually see the patches there, the polygons. So I think this is good for Twinmotion. And then I'm gonna get rid of anything that I don't need here. So I have, you can see this is the terrain, and then we have the streets and the highways and the buildings. So I'm gonna try to bring in everything, and I will go to File, Export. I'm gonna use GLTF, which apparently works really good when you are exporting from Render and importing in Twinmotion. I'm gonna go here, select a folder, and save these as GIS Terrain. And I'm gonna export. Well, it's not only the terrain, so terrain and buildings and streets info, and I'm gonna save it, export. Now you can also select objects, but in this case I'm exporting all the scene. And also here is gonna take a few seconds. There you go. Now this is faster because the heaviest thing is to bring in everything. To export it, yeah, there are a lot of polygons in there, but there are not like too many. Now I'm gonna go in Twinmotion. So this was a previous file. I'm just gonna create a new scene to start all over with you. And then I'm gonna deactivate here anything I don't need. So I'm gonna just turn everything off and the sphere also. And now let's go. Well, you can go to File, Import, or you can go down here depending on your preference. I'm gonna go here to File, Import. Now you can select geometry if you want to keep the mesh and the texture that you just saw on Blender, and also the buildings and everything else can be editable. If you want to use just the landscape, just the terrain, probably you want to use this one here, but you're gonna lose the texture, the satellite texture, the satellite image. It's not gonna be there, but you're gonna have the geometry, and you can sculpt on that geometry. You can paint on that geometry. So in this case, I'm gonna go for geometry and go to Open. Select the file that I've just saved and open it up. Now, I'm gonna keep the hierarchy in this because everything was well organized, and just gonna leave everything as it is. So everything on one meshes, and that's it. Let's import. And again, shouldn't be too long because we're not getting stuff from the web. This is everything in our computer. And now we are seeing here the surface. Well, we are below the surface, so we need to go up. Now I want to increase the speed by pressing 6 or by sorry, here, or by going to fly speed, and then I'm gonna move up. Now again, if you don't know Twinmotion, you want to know more about Twinmotion, you can check the Twinmotion video course or the first videos in the channel. And also, if you want to know more about Blender, you will find at the course of Blender and other video courses and video guide. So there you go. This is our landscape right here. Looks pretty nice, and now I can use it here in Twinmotion. So this will be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support us, please join the channel as a supporter. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next.